Hello, it is sisterguard here. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in Arise because, well, we're going to be putting something to the test, and what we're going to be putting to the test is weapons. So we're going to see if weapons have finally been made to where they are on par with shadows. So before we get into that, though, I do need to ask you one favor. Please make sure you go smash, the like button, do the subscribe button, and really appreciate it a lot, and we're going to get into it. So, first things first. Weapons. They've made a ton of changes. We now can get GMs. There's tons of talents, all that good jazz. So we're going to see if the damage matches up. Now, what I have done so far is I have redone all my talents to where I am all for damage. The only thing we don't have is blood weapon, because from what I've seen from testing, blood weapon only affects one target, and it's the target closest to you. But we did get dual wield, which means I'm going to have to get 2 GM weapons of the new mythic. I have also gotten the ×2 damage. That's kind of big. And we have gone ahead and gotten Blood Tempest, which allows me to attack in an AoE, which is kind of hair broken. I'm going to be honest. I have already seen it. So if you want to see where my... Let's go out and I can show you just how far my attack radius is. So let me use the lovely free cam that I get as being a content creator. So that is my AoE right now with a weapon, is the orange one. The blue one is the shadows. So that's kind of a hair broken. So as of right now, you can see my guys are running around doing some damage. Now the weapons I'm currently using to do that is this ironwood axe and the warhammer. Now they're doing some fairly decent damage. Now, as you can see, I've been farming a little bit. So I'm going to combine all this up. We're going to get 2 weapons ready to go, because the reason we also want this weapon is go ahead and take a look at the stats. When it hits GM, it gets a white, which means it has 3 reds, a purple, a yellow, and a blue. So I'm going to need 6 reds in total, 2 yellows, 2 purples, and a blue. So, yeah. It's being a little bit cost expensive, but yeah. So I'm going to get to combining, and I'll bring y'all back once we have some weapons. Okay, so we have a bit of a problem, because if we go over here and go to the upgrader, and I put these lovely M's in here. Yeah, that's quite a... Oh, I could upgrade it with tickets. I'm such an idiot. Never mind. We don't have a problem. I'm stupid. I'll bring y'all back in a little bit. There's a dungeon I need. Alright, now that I'm done being stupid, going over here and get some of this blacksmith stuff done. So we already have 2 M pluses. We're gonna use tickets. Cool. I do have a ton of N pluses in here, so let's go ahead and shove these in. There we go. We got 8. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and do these. And that will be our first GM. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and start enchanting it, because this is probably going to take me the longest to get situated, because dust be dustin'. Got looting too. Yay. I got to get... Ooh, Vaporal Aspect 3? Yes, please. Burning... Okay. I need Sharpness. I need Shadow Affinity. Sharpness 10, not quite. We don't have enough dust to keep going, but what we are going to do is I'm going to start crafting the next part. Okay, we are actually almost done with the weapon part. Now it's just going to be getting stuff for it, which that's going to take a while. Okay, so as of right now, we have 1 GM, 2 M pluses, an M, so we're almost done, which that's fantastic. The other thing that we can do, so we're at 7 TD on that one, just from its stuff, which is nuts, by the way. Let's go ahead and outfit this with all of the gems. And yeah, I came prepared, if you can't tell. Yeah, I've already gotten, so we have Weapon Master, Shadow Power, Shadow Agility, Player Experience. Oh boy, okay. So, we're going to go ahead and take one off. Unequip. Equip. And we will go ahead and save that. And I will start working through that while we try to get the rest of the weapons that we need. How many tickets do I have left? Not great. Okay. But what I do really need other than that is I need to start getting these because I want to get the secret. We can truly see, like, is this good? Is this good at all? And we'll even go do a castle run because this thing I have noticed is good in castles. So I need another 5,800. All right. So this will be our last end that we need. So weirdly enough, using tickets was significantly easier than if I was to go farm up stupid gems. So we don't have our second GM plus or GM weapon. There we go. Enchanter. Do I have anything I can enchant this with? I have one roll. Yeah, I have one roll. Okay. Yeah, it's already at 19 QAD, and that is without me putting extra goodies in there. Let me lock these real quick, because I'm gonna be a little bit sad if I accidentally delete those. So yeah, let's clean up the inventory a little bit because it looks like a hot mess. Okay, next step, let's go ahead and get this one all outfitted. Cool. Now I just need to go sell my soul, get stupid things. Make sure we put the ruby in there so it gets the extra weapon damage. We'll put that in there. We'll put that in there. And yeah, now we're good to go. Cool. That one's done. Okay, we have enough. Ooh. Saw the whole backside of all of my shadows. That was great. All right, we have enough to get this. Let me grab the secret and we will be max damage. I do not have the best to like max the shadows, but they're doing so little. Like right now they're doing 30 QAD. Okay, I want y'all to watch that number. Like that is the shadows on their own. I am not swinging a weapon. I'm not doing anything. The reason I'm saying this is very important here in a minute. Okay, we got the secret. I need to save the rest of those for when we get the next. So we'll go ahead and equip that. That will increase their damage a little bit. So they're doing 35, 36 on their own. Let me show you the weapons. Let me unequip, equip main, unequip, equip dual. All right, these are the guys maxed out. They're both GM. These are the stats. They both have sharpness 12. I did not get max shadow infinity. Mostly because for my sanity. Okay. So they're not doing the utmost, but it's not that much damage, to be frank. Because I'm going to hit the button here in a minute, and you're going to understand why. So they are doing 1.28 QD each. I have 4 guild upgrades. We have max weapon. Okay. 4 relics. And if I type in weapon damage, let me make sure that we're got the best stuff equipped. 57, 7.75. That's max, that's max, that's max. Okay, and the rest of these are all poopy. Alright. We have gotten the most that we can get. We have the best buff on. It gives 125. I don't think anything else gives a higher buff. Wait, maybe if I was able to reach some of these higher floors, but that's not likely. Alright. So we're going to see what the final damage is when I start swinging. So he is in the thing, I can already tell. So we are doing, with a potion, by the way. That's with a potion. We have a weapon potion going. That is 800 QAD. That is with 2 weapons. We are swinging the most. I will tell you, this is incredibly useful. Like if we go into castle. So say we go to floor 50. That's going to be the best example I can give, as they will have the most HP. Floor 50, there's no way I'm going to be able to kill this. So its DPS for clearing a floor is about 8.765. So this is super useful when dealing with a lot of enemies, because we are hitting the entire floor at the same time. But we are only doing to every single target Less than that. Now, let me reset the talents. We're going to go full DPS mode. Change over skills. Now, I took the time and got an M+ of this Frosty, and the reason why is so I could have 4 Amethyst in here. We're going to equip that. So we've got all the best relics in here for that. So, looking at this right now, this is... I've gotten Helen, we've got Conjurer, I've got a pot going, we've got this, which has 4, fully statted for damage, for shadows, on every level. They are doing 5 QAD. So they're doing to a solo target 5 times the amount of damage. But overall, like, as you saw, I was hitting every single monster in the room. And if I went ahead and switched over to using Blood Weapon and ran up to the boss, we could be clearing the boss in 10 minutes. What I'm gonna do, let's go find out what the top server is currently. Like, who's in the top spot? Because I guarantee you they are probably using shadows. I will run a full castle with a weapon build out. I have not done a full castle with a shadow build out yet, but we will do that, and I'll put on Blood Weapon because at some point I'm gonna have to switch to it anyways, especially for the big bosses. But here's the deal. When that battle pass comes out, we're not getting swords. We're getting shadows. I mean, I'll give it a try. We were doing some good damage there. I'll bring y'all back and we'll go do a castle together. Hello, plebs. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I came into a public server to go check. So I think those 2 are hacks. I think that's legit. So it's 155. So we'd have to beat 156. I don't know if it's possible, but we're going to give it a try. Or at least hit 155. But hello, guys. I just wanted to give them a shout out. They were very sweet and very kind. Alright, we're up to 149. I have to reset my stats real quick because I need most reach I can get, or I'm not going to be able to clear these rooms. And we'll just put the rest in here. But yeah, I need to be able to touch all the light. I'm slow as dirt. And unfortunately, this thing down here is permanently stuck because I broke the notification system. So y'all are going to have to deal with that. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is sit in the middle of the room, and then we will switch over to Blood Weapon once everything else is down. I'll bring y'all back when we go to 151. Based on damage that I do, probably 6 minutes? 5 minutes. Can't do math. Alright, here's 151. Slowly but surely I will walk into the next room. Also, because I know everyone's gonna ask, let me show you that Blood Weapon does not work in a group. So we'll let a full minute pass on the timer. And if they don't, huge chunks don't come off. Okay, so this one's not gotten chunked on. That one oh my god. That one right there has, because that's the closest one to me. And because I have that little special perspective thing that YouTubers can, we can check the rest of them. Nope. 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 All the rest of them are full health. This one will not be. Which part of me kind of just wants to keep it on because it's still a little bit of extra chip damage to make it go a little faster. So I may keep it on through the rest of it. We are at got 2 more left, 1 more left, and we're done. Oh, so slow. Alright, big room. I get everybody in the circle. Have more wiggle room this way. Yep, everybody's in the circle. So it'll take 10 minutes for this one to get down, and then it's just gonna start spiraling out. My guess is that in total this room's gonna take me about 22 minutes. So we'll see. Alright, we're on our final one for 152, so about to go to 153. Blood weapon is helping because it is taking serious chunks out of these guys. So like the last final ones, I may need to start kind of wiggling around so I spread the love to all of them. Probably what I'll do in this next one. Yeah, if all 11 get, you know, 10 taken off, that helps me. I just gotta make sure I'm getting everybody in the circle. So yeah, 153. Okay, this is wrapping up. A lot of these guys right now have like D8 QID 107, 100. So this is wrapping up. There's no way I would be able to get to 155. I don't understand how people did, but they managed to. Here's my opinion on this. When it is a fresh world, and we have gotten a brand new world, brand new stuff, do I feel like the current setup that they have, I feel like weapons are probably better. The problem is when the battle pass comes out, because of how scaling's done, because the battle pass shadows are always like a tier above, this gets smoked. Like this is not meta. This doesn't even keep up. So it's been good. I did switch back over from blood weapon. There was no reason to, honestly. I just wanted to see if maybe we could push this a little bit faster. I am not gonna complete this at all. Like we're done after this. I can't even kill one of the goobers on the next floor fast enough to get any gems. So yeah, I do think this is much easier to grind. It took me like half a day to get this, especially with the new dungeons dropping higher tier weapons and doing stuff with tickets instead of needing gems. That was easy. So yeah, so basically if they keep this up with the current stats, new world, you're gonna go after weapons. The battle pass, you're then gonna switch over to shadows. But you don't really have to grind as long as you're grinding the battle pass. So we are almost done. Who is left? Here we go. So we do get to see the other side. We can stare at the 4.5. Jesus. Yeah, we're not even going to be able to attempt to get to 155. So there you go. That is the comparison for shadows and for weapons. Kind of my thoughts and opinions on it. So hopefully this video was helpful, and I'm going to switch back over to shadows because my macro doesn't work with swords that well. So I will see y'all next time.